Can women fast during their menstruation period?
No. I will explain to you. Actually, there's an ayat in the Quran regarding menstruation. And that I will read for you in Surah Al-Baqara 2 and ayat 222. You can write down Surah Al-Baqara 2 and ayat 222. And it says, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْمَحِيضِ قُلْ هُوَ ذَا فَاعْتَزِلُوا النِّسَاءَ فِي الْمَحِيضِ وَلَا تَقْرَبُوهُنَّ حَتَّى يَطْهُرْنَ فَإِذَا تَطَهَّرْنَ فَأْتُوهُنَّ مِنْ حَيْثُ أَمَرَكُمُ اللَّهُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ التَّوَّابِينَ وَيُحِبُّ الْمُتَطَهِّرِينَ. And they question you about the menstruation, say it is a hurt and anxiety. So detach the woman in the menstruation and you do not go near them until they are purified. Then come to them from Allah, from where Allah has ordered you. So Allah loves those who return and He loves those who are purified. Now we must understand, her question is that can women fast during menstruation? Now we cannot call menstruation a sickness because Allah says it's a hurt. They are questioning you about the menstruation, say it is a hurt or anxiety, physical pain and some. But it says that they are not purified. Physical purification and psychologically they are not purified during those periods. So now what is the purpose of fast? Is to improve their taqwa, to take guard. Okay? So now Allah says in the Quran, there is one more ayat, Surah Al-Waqiah 56 and ayat 77, 78 and 79. إِنَّهُ لَقُرْآنٌ كَرِيمٌ فِي كِتَابٍ مَكْنُونٍ لَا يَمَسُّهُ إِلَّا الْمُطَهَّرُونَ. Surely it is indeed a Quran reading honorable, hidden in a book, in a kitab writing or a book. None can touch it except those who are purified. So there is a period of time that women are not purified because of this. Allah's creation, Allah made them, it's not wrong. Allah has made them like that, they are not purified. So apart from men not going near, that is alright, but the question, they cannot touch the essence of the Quranic ayat. They cannot touch it, the Quranic essence, until they get purified. Similarly, men are not also purified. Men, there are times men's psyche is not purified, or they are also in junub, in a condition they are not purified, so they cannot touch the essence of the Quranic ayahs. So the question is, your question again, I'm coming back to this. And then Allah says that if you are not purified, you can't touch the book. You can't touch the essence, meaning not physical book. This is, I can touch, any woman can touch this book. The essence in the book, you cannot touch it because of not purified. So now you can, so you comes into in a condition of that the word I use, encircled or enclosure. So what you do is either you know, but it can be removed after 7 days. It will be removed after 7 days, then you fast. For that period, you cannot fast. But after the periods are over, you can fast. But it is not a sickness directly. Remember this. You cannot call a sickness. Because Allah says you are, in sickness the word is mariz. Mariz, you understand this word, mariz? So it's not sickness, but you are hurt and anxiety is going on and you are not purified. And the purpose of Allah's ayahs is to take guard. When you fast, you guard yourself. You cannot guard yourself, the beginning you are not purified. So you can afterwards, but there are some women who have got continuous problem. So if they are in continuous problem, then they are that condition, encircled and enclosure. So they will not fast at any time and they will not pray at any time. But we are talking about those women who will, the days are over, they can fast. And I think that is a practice in the world. When in the month of Ramadan, they leave the fast and when they complete the fast in the other days. Okay? Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you explain the occurrence and the purpose of night of evolution, Laylatul Qadr?
Laylatul Qadr, the night of evaluation or the night of Laylatul Qadr, it comes in the month of Ramadan. So, but I have to refer to you ayahs. What are those ayahs? You can note down if you want to note down, so that, in Surah Al-Baqara 2, first you write down the references, then I will discuss. in Surah Al-Baqarah 2 and ayah 185. First ayah, remembrance, then you write down Surah Ad-Dukhan 44 and ayah 1 to 6, and then Surah Al-Qadr 97, Surah 1 to 5, and then there is a Surah Al-Fajr 89, 1 to 4. Now I will discuss these ayahs, explaining to you the Laylatul, what is Laylatul Qadr means. Layl means night and Qadr means evaluation. Some translate as power also, but Qadr means evaluation also, night of evaluation. Now it says Al-Baqarah 2 and ayah 185, just I read in my lecture also, Shahru Ramadan ladhi unzila fil Quran. Ramzan is the month in which the Quran was revealed. Hudal lin-nas wa bayyinatin min al-huda wal furqan faman shahida minkum ash-shahra falyasumhu. Ramzan is the month in which the Quran was sent down, a guidance for mankind and a clarification from the guidance and from the criterion. So whoever is witnessed that month, then he should fast. Now, first of all, we come to know that the revelation of the Quran is in the month of Ramadan. That means that the month of Ramadan, the Quran was revealed. Your question is of one night of evaluation. One night of evaluation, Laylatul Qadr. So it should be coming, revelation should be in the month of Ramadan. Now I read from 44, 1 to 6, it says, Wal Kitabil Mubin. Wal Kitab, Inna anzalnahu fi laylatim mubarakah. Inna kunna mundrin. Surely we have revealed it in the blessed night. And surely we are the warners. So in this Quran, Allah says that Allah, surely Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil mubarakah. Now mostly people do not know this ayat. They know Laylatul Qadr, it says Laylatul Mubarakah. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil mubarakah. In your mind it is Laylatul Qadr, Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil Qadr, Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil barakah. You see, the Quran speaks of the same phrase. There it is used as Qadr, here it is used as Barakah. People know that surah. So 96 surah. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr wa ma adraka ma laylatul. They know this, but they don't know Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr inna kunna minal munzirin. So there is an ayah, Surah Hamim or Al-Dukhan 44, Surah 1 to 6. It is describing the same night what happens, what is the purpose. So it says, surely we have revealed Inna anzalnahu fi laylatin mubarakah. Surely we revealed it in the blessed night, and surely we are the warners. So the night is one, but the month is Ramadan. Because Ramadan is in which the Quran is sent down. But here the night is one. What happened in the night? Fiha yufraqu kullu amrin hakim. In that night, every order of wisdom is distinguished or differentiate what is right and wrong. Because you are hearing the ayahs, the wisdom is being revealed by in the Quran. When you listen to the Quranic ayat, even now, so whenever you listen to the Quranic ayat, the order of Allah of wisdom is distinguished. What is right or furqan? Yufraqu kulla amrin hakim. What is right, what is wrong? In the true sense, furqan is the Quran is a criteria to judge between right and wrong, to clarify what is right and wrong. So in this, Allah said, in that night, every order of wisdom is distinguished because it is being revealed in the month of Ramadan. And if you are pondering after day fasting, you are fasting in the daytime, and in the time you are listening to the ayahs, so maybe the ayahs unveil to you the order of Allah wisdom is distinguished to you. That's the purpose. Amram min indina inna kunna mursilin. Order from our nearness. Surely we are the senders. Allah says, we are sending this, and that is our order. Rahmatan min Rabbika, it is a mercy from your Lord. Innahu as-Samir Alim. Surely he is the listener and knower. In that night, this is explained. Okay? Now further you go to Surah Layl Qadr. Now I will read that. Here it says, the first, Inna anzalnahu fi laylatul qadr. Surely we have revealed in the night of evaluation. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ. And what you can perceive, what that night of evaluation is. Laylatul Qadri khairum min alfi shahr. Night of evaluation is better than 1,000 months. What happens? تَنَزَّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَالْرُوحُ فِيهَا بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِمْ مِنْ كُلِّ أَمْرٍ. From every order, the angels and the ruh, the spirit, is sent down in it with the permission of the Lord. Salam, hiya hatta matla al-Fajr. Peace until the rise of Fajr dawn. Now in this ayah, in the previous ayah we understand that it is a barakat, blessed night. Here Allah questions and explains that surely we have revealed this Quran, of course, or the book, in the night of evaluation. You can evaluate, think, ponder, evaluation. And then he says, what you perceive, what that night of evaluation is. Laylatul Qadri, wama adraka ma Laylatul Qadr. What you can perceive, what that night of evaluation is. Then he explained, Laylatul Qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. It is better, Laylatul evaluation is better than for 1,000 months. Now, whenever we ponder on something in the month of Ramadan, last 10 nights you are sitting in the itikaf, which you are devoted, and you are pondering, evaluating the ayahs of Allah. So if suppose the essence is this, Tanazzul Malaika wa Ruh, the angels and the spirit. Spirit is, what is the spirit? Yasalunaka ni ruh qul ruhu min amri rabbi. They ask you about the spirit, the essence, comes from the order of your Lord. So whenever the essence or the spirit is clear to you, in that night of power, because the angels ascend and the rules, the spirit descends by the order of by the permission of his Lord, So what happens the moment you understand the essence, the spirit of any message in that night of evaluation, it is better than how many? 1,000 months. It is better than 1,000 months, meaning 83 years. If I ponder myself any other thing than that, like eating of swine pig. Eating of swine pig is one example, is not good for health. Or drugs are not good for health. If I do research, it may take years to come to that conclusion, but Allah reveals in the night of power, do not eat, I don't eat. See, its essence is clear to me, and I believe in practice from the eyes of Allah, it is better than 1,000 months, 83 years. You do research, find out from people, do research, then you come to the same conclusion. So it is better than 83 months in this comparison, because in that blessed night, if you are evaluating in the night of, this is the night of evaluation, you think and ponder, Allah is sending down the spirit, the essence of the Quranic ayahs. What is the spirit? It comes from the order of Allah's ayah, order, the spirit. And that I am speaking and you listening to the words. The spirit you are understanding is the essence. And it comes in the night of evaluation. That Allah said, Tanazzul Malaika wa Ruh. The angels and the spirit essence is revealed. Fiha bi izni Rabbim, in that night of evaluation, by the permission of your Lord. Min kulli amar, and from all, with the permission of the Lord, from every order. Every order is being sent down in the month of Ramadan, in the night of evaluation, and the spirit is also cleared. Salam, peace, until the rise of Fajr, that is daybreak. It will happen till that night. From the Maghrib, the night starts until Fajr, and that is the whole night. This is the night of evaluation. In that one night it happens. But now what happens? There is another surah ayat, Surah Al-Fajr 89, 1-4. Now this ayat, that surah I referred to, Surah 97, it ends with Fajr. It says, Salam hiya hatta matla'il Fajr. Peace until the rise of Fajr, dawn, as the dawn breaks. That is the period of time, that night, the night period. It is from Maghrib till Fajr. Now what happens? Surah Al-Fajr starts with Fajr, 1-4, and Allah says, Wal Fajr, by the Fajr, Wal Layalin Ashar, by the 10 nights, Was Shafi, Wal Watr, by the even and the odd, Wal Layli ida Yasr, by the night when it passes by. Now in these 4 ayahs, it's explaining you that there are 10 nights. It can be even and odd. So they say 21st, 23rd, the last 10 nights is in the month of Ramadan. I'm talking about the month of Ramadan, the last 10 nights. They say it can be even and odd. 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. Remember this. So I'm doing odd. So on the 29, why Allah says by the even and the odd? For example, I'm asking, the other is 22, 24, 26, 28 and 30, right? The months of Ramadan is 29 and 30. Okay? Now in the month of Ramadan, it comes this night comes, and it comes the last 10 nights. So how to catch, apart from the spirit and the essence is coming down, but how to know in these 10 nights, last 10 nights, and it says one night passes by. So there is one night in the 10 nights, it can be even and odd. My question to the audience is, how would you know in this month is the even or the odd? In the month of Ramadan, this night of evaluation comes. We have discussed the behavior of that, what you get out of it. But the question is, it says by the night, it can be even and odd. Means, I've again said 22, 21 is the odd. Odd number is 21. Among these 21 or 23 or 25 or 27, 29, among these nights, these odd nights, one night is there. Okay. The other is the 22, 24, 26, 28 and 30. So among this even the night is there. Okay. Now my question is, how will you distinguish that this month, in this 10 nights, it should be an odd one, and this month it should be a even one? Very good. Speak loudly. Speak loudly.
If a month has 29 days, so it will be
Odd. Very good. Why can't people understand simple question? Look, if the month of Ramadan is coming in 29 days, it was finished, that means it should be of odd ones. 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, 27, 29. 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. So if the month of that Ramadan, that month was of odd, so it will have to come in odd. And it was one if it's even, it have to come in even. 30. Okay, you understand now? So this is what your question was. That night of, here it explains that first of all, the conclusive result is that the Quran is revealed in the night of month of Ramadan, in the last 10 nights, because Allah describes of 10 nights, and in the 10 nights is one of the, by the even or the odd, it can be one of it, and the month that it is, whatever the month is, if it's an odd one or even month, so the night will be accordingly. So you can't fix it, it should be always, people generally believe it is 21st, they believe in the odd ones, 21st, 23rd, 25, 27, 29. They always believe like this. But generally it is not like that. It all depends upon how the month is going on, how the month will end. So if it is by the 30, it will be by the 22, 24, 26 and 28. And that is the night of evaluation. I hope you understand.
Assalamu alaikum.
Awesome.
Is there any ayah that clarifies the Taraweeh prayer?
Yes. In Surah Muzzammil, there is Surah Muzzammil. You can write down Surah Muzzammil is 73 Surah and Ayah 20. And also write down Al-Isra 17 Surah 79 verse. So in this ayah, it says, Inna rabbaka ya'lamu annaka taqumu adna min thuluthayil layli wa nisfahu wa thuluthahu wa ta'ifatum min alladhina ma'ak. Wallahu yuqaddiru al-layla wa nahar. Alima allan tuhsuhu fataba alaykum faqra'u ma tayassara min al-Qur'an. Alima an sayakunu minkum marda wa akharuna yadribuna fil ardi yabtaghuna min fadlillah wa akharuna yuqatiluna fi sabilillah faqra'u ma tayassara minhu wa aqimu as-salata wa atu az-zakah wa aqridu Allah qardan hasana wa ma tuqaddimu li anfusikum min khairin tajiduhu 'inda Allah huwa khairan wa a'zama ajra wastaghfirullaha inna Allah ghafurur rahim. Your Lord knows that you stand for 2/3 of the night, or half of the night, or 1/3 of the night, and a party of those with you, and Allah appointed night and day in a due measure. He knows that you are unable to keep its count. Then read from the Quran as much as may be easy for you. And He knows that there may be among you who are sick, others striking in the land, seeking the bounty from Allah, yet others are struggling in the way of Allah. Then read from it as much as may be easy for you, and establish regular prayer, and give justification, and give loan to Allah, beautiful loan, and whatever good you send for your souls, you will find it near Allah. That is better and greater in reward. And seek the forgiveness of Allah. Surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. Now in this whole ayah, our main emphasis would be, there is one night, Allah says that you are standing, you means the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, that you stand for 2/3 of the night, 1/3 of the night, half of the night, 2/3 of the night, half of the night, or 1/3 of the night, and a party, 1/3, and a party of people are standing with you. Okay? And the Allah appointed night and day in due measure. Allah knows that you are unable to keep the count. Now the question is that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and a party standing with him. And if suppose in the past, where is their prayers where is being practiced now? Where is the practice of today that he was standing and people were standing in the night? Sorry? Yeah, nobody knows in the world. But if you know Taraweeh, in the month of Ramadan, there are special prayers because Quran is being sent down in the month of Ramadan. So in Taraweeh prayers, the Quran is recited by the Imam, and all of the people who are Hafizul Quran, who have preserved the Quran in the memory, they also recite continuously with the Imam. And if I am not an Hafiz in Surah, if you go to Masjid Haram, Mecca, there are people who are holding the Quran and standing behind it and viewing it. Have you noticed this before? Yes, thank you. So there are people, you can take up the Quran and look at the ayahs, what the Imam is reciting. So likewise, you are also reciting with the Imam. You can do this. That's not wrong practice. That's right. So now this is a special practice, especially ordained in the month of Ramadan, and the Imam is there and you are also standing. And the whole month you have to recite to complete the prayers. In the Arab world, in Mecca, in the sacred mosque, people after this, they recite the Quran and they call it Salatul Layl. The same prayers, four rakats, with again last 10 nights they do it. Last 10 nights they start another system of prayer. They finish the Quran 10 nights. So now what I am trying, in this ayah also there is one more point you have to know, that they says the timings. It says Allah appoint night and day in due measure, and He knows that you are unable to keep the count. Now why 2/3 of the night, or the 1/3 of the night, or half of the night? Because night varies. You know, the night can be smaller or greater according to the situation you are living in. You see, I was talking about North Pole or South Pole, where there is no night, there is no fast there is no Tarawih, nothing. But if there is a daytime, like 4 hours night, the whole out of 24 hours, 20 hours is it from sunrise and sunrise daytime, and only 4 hours is night time. So it will be 1.5 hour Tarawih in that small light. The rest you guys, it will be a day night. It will be day you will be sleeping. But the night should be night time. So it says that is why it can be half of the night, or 1/4 of the night, 2/3. It all depends how big and small the nights are. And it says Allah knows that you cannot keep the count of the measure of the night. He says the time. He says further, Wallahu yuqaddiru al-layla wan-nahar alima an lan tuhsuhu fataba alaykum faqra'u ma tayassara min al-Quran. So He knows, Allah appointed night and day in due measure. He knows that you are unable to keep the count. Then read from the Quran as much as easy for you. So where the nights are short, so maybe the Imam at that period of time maybe reciting small, because there's little, but you have to do the Tarawih prayers. But it can be smaller. It all depends upon the situation of the time factor. So this is the ayat referring to Tarawih. But there is another ayat, though some people say Tahajjud prayer. No. There is an ayat, Surah Al-Isra 17, which I was referring to before. It says, وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَحَجَّدْ بِهِ نَافِلَةً لَكَ عَسَىٰ أَن يَبْعَثَكَ رَبُّكَ مَقَامًا مَحْمُودًا. And from the night, then tahajjud, be vigilant with it, an addition for you. So it may be that your Lord will appoint you to the standing position of praise. Now this is a tahajjud prayer. The word for tahajjud is a separate prayer than tarawih. It says, وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ, from the night, فَتَحَجُّدْ بِهِ. There is a فَتَحَجَّدْ بِهِ, that this is the tahajjud which we call in Urdu. Nafilata, it is an additional prayer. So tarawih is in Surah Muzzammil 20, and here is the reference of tahajjud prayers, and you have to be vigilant. So in the Masjid Haram, the sacred mosque, the azan for tahajjud prayer is given, but there is no jointly prayers for tahajjud. But for tarawih, it is a joint prayer established in the sacred mosque in the month of Ramadan. Tahajjud prayer is an additional optional prayer that can be prayed or overlooked by. It is not ordained, it's ordained, but it's an optional prayer, additional prayer, not compulsory. So it is mentioned in the Quran also. So these are the mentioning of tahajjud and tarawih different ways. And I tell you, the Quran is being revealed in the month of Ramadan. You see, we have just read. So whoever is a witness to that month where the Quran is being revealed, whoever is witness to that month where the Quran, when the Quran is being revealed, is the month of Ramadan.
In Surah Al-Baqara, Ayah 106, it points out towards cancellation of certain verses. Will you please point out what those verses are?
Okay, actually this is in Baqarah 2 and Ayah 106. I will read you. You can write down this Al-Baqarah 2 and Ayah 106, and also write down Surah Al-Hajj. Al-Hajj Surah 22 and Ayah 52. Can you read Al-Baqarah 2 Ayah 106 and Surah Al-Hajj is 22 Surah and Ayah 52. Now the question is that according to the understanding, generally people are accepting this, that there are ayahs that are being cancelled. That people think that are ayahs, Allah cancelled the ayahs. And then they say that the previous revelations were like, for example, Dawood, the Zabur and the also Injil and the Torah. Some people say they were cancelled, now the Quran is final. You know, there are different opinions about it. Then they say, no, there are within the Quran, there are certain ayahs that are being cancelled within the Quran. So now let us see what the Quranic ayat has to explain what is being cancelled and how it is being cancelled, right? So now I will read for you Al-Baqarah 2106 is Ma nansakh min ayatin aw nunsiya na'ti bi khairin minha aw mithliha alam ta'lam anna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. I will read this and then I will read the other one also. Surah Al-Hajj 22 and Ayah 52. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِكَ مِنْ رَسُولٍ وَلَا نَبِيٍّ إِلَّا إِذَا تَمَنَّى أَلْقَى الشَّيْطَانُ فِي أُمْنِيَتِهِ فَيَنْسَخُ اللَّهُ مَا يُلْقِي الشَّيْطَانُ ثُمَّ يُحْكِمُ اللَّهُ آيَاتِهِ وَاللَّهُ عَلِيمٌ حَكِيمٌ. So translation, we cancel from the ayah, verse, whatever we will, or we make it forgotten, or we bring with a better one from it or a similar from it. Do you know that surely Allah is power capable over all things? Now I will read slowly and try to relate the Quranic ayat, Arabic text. Ma means whatever. Nansakh means we cancel. Min ayatin, from ayat. Sorry? From the ayat we cancel, whatever we cancel from the ayat. Now the question is, there is an ayat in the Quran, any ayat. So Allah says whatever is Allah cancels is from the ayat He cancels. Whatever He cancels from the ayats. Aw nunsiya, whatever He makes cause to forgotten is from the ayats. Then He said, Nati bi khairin minha. So we bring with the better one from the ayats. Aw misliya, or we similar from it. Now the translator are translating that we cancel the ayats. Allah says we cancel from the ayats. Now the question is, from what Allah cancel? From the ayat what? Whatever. Man answer means whatever we cancel is from the ayats. So the question is difficult to understand. Let us see, I will read the ayat, then we come back and again then I will read the brackets which I will explain to you how and what. So in this ayat says, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا, Surah 22 and 52, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِكَ مِنْ رَسُولٍ وَلَا نَبِيٍّ إِلَّا إِذَا تَمَنَّى أَلْقَى الشَّيْطَانُ فِي أُمْنِيَتِهِ فَيَنْسَخُ اللَّهُ مَا يُلْقِي الشَّيْطَانُ ثُمَّ يُحْكِمُ اللَّهُ آيَاتِهِ وَاللَّهُ عَلِيمٌ حَكِيمٌ. And we have not sent from before you a messenger nor a prophet except what he desire. Whatever the messenger desire, shaitan encounters in his desire. So Allah cancels what shaitan encounters, and then Allah governs his ayahs. Allah is knowing wise. So whatever the ayahs that Allah revealed, when the messenger was reciting or when he was delivering the message, the shaitan encountered in the ayahs. The shaitan. So Allah says, فَيَنْسَخُ اللَّهُ مَا يُلْقِ الشَّيْطَانِ. So Allah cancels what shaitan puts in. Whatever the shaitan puts in the desire of the messenger or the prophet. So Allah says, ثُمَّ يُحْكِمُ اللَّهُ آيَاتِ. Then Allah governs his ayahs. So normally Allah says in the ayat that the shaitan is always putting in the desire of the messenger of the prophet. When he can put in the desire of the messenger of the prophet in his ayahs, so Allah cancels that desires. Whatever the shaitan puts in. So Allah does not cancel the ayat, but he cancels from the ayat whatever the shaitan puts in. So now if I read the previous ayat and I put this understanding, you will understand. Ma nansakh min ayatin aw nunsiya. We cancel, listen to me, we cancel from the ayah, whatever the shaitan throws in the desire of the messenger. Whatever the shaitan throws in the desire of the messenger, Allah cancels. So Allah says, we cancel from the ayat whatever the shaitan throws in the desire of the messenger. Or we make it forgotten, the shaitan that throws in the desire of the messenger. Or we bring with a better from it or similar from it, that is from an ayah sign verse to cancel whatever the shaitan throws in the desire of the messenger. Do you know that surely Allah is power capable of all things? To give you an example, right now you heard a lecture on the ayahs of Saum. If anybody in the audience had any concept which was not relating to the ayahs of today which I recited, so that concept is thrown by the devil. So when the ayahs came forward, to Allah cancelled that shaitan's desire by the ayahs, from the ayahs. So when the ayahs are recited, so any concept that we have, so what I was trying to say is, whatever you listen to a talk of the Quranic ayahs, so before listening to any ayahs, if you had a concept and which is not from Allah or from the ayahs, so that concept is the throwing of the Satan in the ayahs. When the ayahs are clarified, so Allah cancels from the ayah that concept, whatever the shaitan throws. Whatever the shaitan throws, Allah cancels from the ayahs. Whatever the shaitan throws into the visual desires of the messenger or the prophet or anybody as such. Anybody today, if giving explanation of the ayahs and it's not coming from Allah, so Allah will cancel always from the ayahs. He will make it forgotten from the ayahs. So previous concepts or the shaitan's throwing is always been forgotten from the ayahs, the cancellation from the ayahs, forgotten from the ayahs, and Allah brings new ayahs. There are many ayahs verses that clarifies that. So this is how the concept is not Allah never cancels ayahs.
Jazakallah, brother Shaikh. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will end our lecture. Thank you very much and Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.